So this is a testis, and this is the tunica. Now can you see the red dot? This is the tunica albuginea. Okay, remember that's that outer part that I showed you at some point? Here, tunica albuginea. Okay. So, and inside here is where you're going to make sperm or spermatozoa. And so we call these little coils seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. In the seminiferous tubules, you're going to actually make the sperm. But in between seminiferous tubules, you're going to make the testosterone. And I'll show that to you in a better slide. Okay? So, right here, now you can see it's a much larger. So each one of these is a seminiferous tubule. Right? It's coming out at you, it turns, it goes to this one, comes out. So those are all seminiferous tubules. Many, many feet of it. Okay. So this is a seminiferous tubule right here. This is the tunica albuginea over there on the bottom right-hand corner. You know the lumen is the empty space. Now here on just the edge here of the seminiferous tubule are the spermatogonia. And then the closer you get to the lumen, you're going to go primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatid, and then you'll have spermatozoa here. Now you don't have any here, but I do see things with tails right here. Those are the spermatozoa inside the lumen. Okay, again, this is a testis. And I drew this one other time because remember how we're looking right here? Okay, now I'm going to just cover this part right here. I'm going to blow this part up, okay? So now you see how this is one seminiferous tubule, and here's the other seminiferous tubule, okay? So you can see the spermatozoa very easily. There's the sperm head, and there's the flagellum or the tail. Okay, so you should see that there are two seminiferous tubules. That's one thing. The spermatogonium would be right along here, like here for example, spermatogonium. And then this would be primary spermatocyte. And right here, this would be secondary spermatocyte. And then way down here are the spermatids. And then these are the spermatozoa. Between seminiferous tubules are the interstitial cells or Leydig cells, but I'll show that to you in a better diagram. Okay, here's the tunica albuginea on the outside. Yeah, that's just dirt. This is a seminiferous tubule right here. Okay. So outside the seminiferous tubule is the interstitial cells, also known as Leydig cells, L-E-Y-D-I-G. And I like saying Leydig cells because I remember how LH is going to come to Leydig cells and is going to tell them make testosterone. It's interstitial because it's in between two seminiferous tubules, or between the albuginea and the seminiferous tubule. That's why they use interstitial. Here, again, you're going to have the spermatogonia here, primary, secondary, and then down here you'd have spermatids. We don't have spermatozoa because we're not close enough to the lumen. Okay? All right. So right here, this whole thing is the testis, right here. This is the tunica albuginea, and then this outer one is tunica vaginalis. Here's the epididymis, and then the vas deferens would be in the spermatic cord. So when you look in here, you can see the seminiferous tubules, and they're lined up in little lobules. Okay? All this section here, see where they all come to this little section right here? This is called the rete testis, R-E-T-E, testis. Okay? Rete testis. And then you start going into the efferent duct, which will be in the epididymis. Efferent meaning going out of. Okay? Each of those parts. So, remember the pampiniform plexus, which was important for having an artery with veins around it so that the heat from the artery goes into the veins. The blood doesn't, right? Just the heat does. And so by the time it gets to the testis, it's a lot cooler. Okay? So the key is pampiniform plexus, testicular artery, and the plexus of all the small veins around it. Okay. Now this one is the recta testis. So that's this part right here. It looks like, I don't know, I think it looks like lava right there. There. That's the recta testis. Okay? All right. This one is the epididymis. This is under low magnification. And you have pseudostratified epithelium with cilia. What do they call stereocilia? That's fine. And you do have spermatozoa in here as well. Okay? Over here you have smooth muscle. This is not spermatozoa, right? This is outside. This is between, this is in the wall. And the smooth muscle is important so when the guy has an ejaculation, all of this is going to contract and force it to go up. So you don't really need to have tails on your sperm here. But eventually when they get inside the woman, the sperm needs the tails to get up. I mean, the woman, if she has an orgasm at the same time, then that will also send, like through peristalsis, up to the fallopian tube. But the males really need to have, the sperm really need to have the tails. But not at this point because you're just smooth muscle. Contract. A much better version of the epididymis. Okay. This is under high magnification. Bear with me. So you're going to have your spermatozoa here. Here are the cilia. Here you can see the pseudostratified epithelium. Looks like columnar to me. Right? And this would be the smooth muscle over here in the wall. Next one we're going to do is the vas deferens. Yeah. So this is the vas deferens. Some people call it ductus deferens. Vas and duct just means a tube. So remember, that's going to be coming out of here. Here it is, starts right here, goes all the way up in the spermatic cord. So it's going to come all the way up and around here. It's going to go right past the seminal vesicle. It's going to go right into the ejaculatory duct and then into the urethra. So again, that also has muscle. So this is the lumen. Okay. Ampulla, this is the ampulla right here. Maybe it's just like a little bit of a swelling. That's the ampulla. The duct goes from here to here. You can see the red. The duct goes from here to here. And there actually is a lot of muscle. So this is the muscularis layer, and this is the serosa layer. Okay? And of course, this would be the epithelial layer here. Let's see if you need to know. Epithelial, just epithelial layer. This is the vas deferens. Again, this is the ampulla right here. And this is the spermatozoa over there. And this is the epithelial layer right here. That's it. And you don't have to say high magnification. Now we're going to look at the prostate. The prostate is down here below the urinary bladder. So the sperm is going right into the ejaculatory duct and it's going to go right across. It's not going to go into the prostate. But it's going to go, let me see if I can find it. Here, right here. It's going to go right into here. There's the hole, and it's going to come in here. The prostate's going to dump things in the urethra. The sperm are going to go right through here and go into the urethra. So this is what the prostate is. The prostate also makes semen and the things that are going to be in semen. So here we have mucosal folds, okay, made up of columnar epithelium. And then inside, you can see the prostatic fluid, which is going to be squeezed into the urethra. Okay? At that point, the urethra is called prostatic urethra. I mean, you don't need to say that, but this is the spongy urethra down here. This is the prostatic urethra because it's basically being surrounded by the prostate. Okay? But here is the serosa or adventitia, and this is the muscularis. Okay. This also is the seminal vesicle. Let me show you. That's these two things right here. Okay. Here's seminal vesicle making about 70% of semen. So again, you see the mucosal folds really easily. Okay. and the muscularis is up on top here. The muscularis is